Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Brian, just out here doing a little bit of work on the Comanche, trying to get it ready for AirVenture up in Oshkosh. You know, it's coming up just in a couple of weeks, and let me show you some of the things I'm doing with my plane to get ready. So if you've been following the channel lately, you know I've been taking flying a whole lot more serious, getting a bunch of ratings, getting a bunch of hours, trying to be a little more professional. So got my 4th class medical knocked out, exercising and trying to take care of myself. So pilot is getting better. It's time to make the plane better. So I'm doing a little bit of an overhaul. I'm adding nitrous to the engine. And on the inside, let me show you what I've done here. So the primary thing I've done is I've added this. This is the Echo 6 Bravo. And what this does is actually it's panel mounted, and it will calculate everything you need to know about your flight from startup to shutdown. And you can't see it here because of the light. It's actually USB powered. So you just plug it in and it just runs off of, you got one of these ports in your plane, just plug straight into something like that. If you turn it this way, it calculates stuff. If you turn it that way, it calculates stuff. If you slide that up, it calculates something. If you slide it down, it uncalculates it. So I don't know if you've got the money to spend. I feel like this is a must-have for every airplane. I don't know what, sometimes that just falls down. It's okay, it's supposed to do that. So the cool thing is I bought the deluxe package, which comes with a mobile app. So I can do these same sort of calculations I would do in the plane, but I can do them in the car or in the kitchen or in the garage. You can do them anywhere. It's like flying on the go. Flying is flying on the go. It's just awesome. It's just something I got it. You should get one, but here's the thing. I've got that now. There's nothing that it doesn't do. I'm signed up in fall to take an 8-week course where they're going to teach me how to use it. So probably by the end of the year, I'll be able to do, I don't know, some of it, not all of it. And I won't remember it very long anyway. So if these upgrades are completed in time, me and 7420 Papa will be flying into Oshkosh, and I'll be happy to show off the plane to anybody who's interested in learning more about how I got all that stuff installed and set up. Truth be told, I actually don't fully have a plan yet for Oshkosh as far as how to get there. I've been chasing an issue with the oil temperatures overheating. My mechanic and I have been doing what you do when you own a plane is you just keep shoving money into it. And if that doesn't solve the problem, you try to find more money and shove that into it. And hopefully at some point it fixes it. We replaced the Vernatherm. That's a fun word. Go look it up. It's a thing that expands and contracts to let oil flow through. I've replaced the oil cooler. I'm going to have my mechanic tomorrow look and see if maybe there's an issue with one of the cylinders. So there's a chance that at some point this week I end up buying a commercial ticket to get to Oshkosh. My plan is to be there the 20th through the 26th. Some things that are happening. Monday at 2:30 on stage 8, we're going to do the big YouTuber meet and greet. So if you want to meet me and or greet me, that's where I'll be with a bunch of people. You can see the names on this poster here. Also, if you have no interest in anything Brian related, you know where I'll be at that time, and you can go somewhere else. So, but happy to be meted and or greeted. One tip, if you don't mind when you do meet me, tell me your name. Much like none of you or me or any of your friends have ever used the phrase like, oh, but I'm really good with names. I'm terrible with names. And anytime someone comes up and meets me, I think it's awesome. And my trick has always just been to say my name in hopes that they'll say it back. But typically it's a little more like this. Hey, oh my God, it's you. How cool. Hey, yeah, I'm Brian. Yeah, I know who you are. I've seen the channel. I have watched every single video that you've made since probably the very beginning. Huge fan. I always send I'll see you.
What is this guy's name?
He watches your channel too. He doesn't subscribe. He's like, every time I send him something, he's like, I think that guy's an idiot. And I was like, I think you're an idiot too, but it's like a funny idiot.
Okay, I know we've met before, but I just can't place him.
I like it or whatever. Anyway, I think it's so freaking
I think is his name Phil? No, nobody's named Phil anymore, Brian.
I told my wife, I said, we had a bet going. She said, oh, it's just chocolate syrup. I was like, no, it's oil. He's not gonna he's like a kind of guy who owns syrup, not chocolate syrup.
All right, we've definitely met.
Put it on your face. Was it hot? It was really hot.
I feel like maybe some fun. Or maybe we worked together before. Oh, why can't I think of his name?
And then there's you were talking to yourself, but you were arguing with yourself. So it was like you were playing one guy, but another guy, which is really weird. That's such a mild thing to do. You're playing 2 different people, even though you can see the only difference is the shirt's inside out on guy number 2. That's a weird.
Just need to be able to say it was great talking to you, Paul. Or have a safe flight, Michael. Oh, I know. Okay, obviously I know we've met before, probably a bunch. Stupid brain. Why can't you store names?
I got a funny idea. Brian. You're gonna love it. It's so funny. You dress up like the hamburger and I will dress up like Grimace. We're gonna get a green screen that's the size of an airport.
Okay, I know this person. I know who this is.
Dad, how's it going? Is Mom around? You guys want to grab a pizza or something? One of the other things I'm real excited to attend is my friend Rich Welner, who's got a YouTube channel where he flies his mall to all these remote places and cooks pretty elaborate meals, especially for being in a camping scenario. Wednesday, July 24th at 10 a.m. stage 4. He's giving that talk. I'm not a part of it. I want to go see him and I want to get the word out. You should check it out. He's an interesting guy. I love his channel. He's one of those I watched. I'm like, why is this thing not huge? It's fascinating to me. I like flying. I like food, and I like people who fly different than me. And backcountry mall flying, it's cool. So check that out. I'll put links to all this stuff, information in the description. Another cool thing that happens every year that I think is pretty cool. This FISC approach is no joke. It's intimidating, it's intense. You got to keep your head on a swivel. It's challenging. You're looking for landmarks on the ground. You're listening to people talk. You're trying to figure it out. Pilot Edge puts together this thing every year called SimVenture, where if you've got X-Plane or you got Microsoft Flight Sim, you can connect to their software and you can simulate flying the FISC approach, flying into Oshkosh, landing on the dot. It is the coolest thing. It's super slick. There are real air traffic controllers talking to you while you're in your simulator flying, so you can do this thing and practice and rehearse what it's going to be like. If you haven't done it before, even if you've done it 20 times, how cool that you can go practice doing something that we're all rusty at because we only get a chance to do it once a year.
Follow the flagman as per the note and welcome to Oshkosh.
So that's SimVenture. It's a really cool deal. Check out Pilot Edge. I don't know where else I'm going to be. Like I said, I'm going to be there the 20th. I'm actually the 20th through the 25th. We're leaving the 26th. There's a cool thing that's happening. Airbnb has an Oshkosh special. I don't know if you guys know about this. If you reserve an Airbnb 1 year in advance for Oshkosh, but you don't see the email where it got canceled, and then you're forced to reschedule it 4 weeks out, you pay twice the price. And I think a lot of people don't know that is a deal you can do. My wife was real excited to hear about that. She's like, oh my God, why didn't we do this later? So I'm going to be staying at an Airbnb in Neenah, some town slightly south of Appleton. We've camped historically. Last year was the first time we did an Airbnb, and I just don't think I can go back. I almost had to camp this year because there are only 3 Airbnbs listed when I booked it. So we'll be Ubering back and forth and doing that kind of thing. But man, there's just something about access to Wi-Fi and running water and air conditioning and not having to wonder if you're going to get hit by a tornado in the middle of a field with 200,000 of your closest friends. So there's that. So I don't have my whole schedule planned out at this point. I know a lot of this we're probably going to be playing by ear. Probably on foot a lot, going from place to place, looking for friends that we haven't seen since last year. A lot of Oshkosh for me is just meeting people that I only get to see once a year. But I should be easy to spot in the Gold Seal stuff. I think my wife will probably be decked out in channel-themed stuff. I see that she's bought some shirts from me, which I appreciate. But yeah, if you see us, stop and say hi. Tell us your name. Tell us your name, and I apologize if I forgot your name. I remember you, just the name didn't stick. And if you come up and you're a Patreon member, I make this deal every year. If you're a Patreon member, I'll buy you a cold beverage. If you want to grab a beer at SOS, I'll buy you one. If that's not your thing, I'll buy you Diet Coke. But let me know, and I do thank you for supporting the channel. Other than that, I don't think I have a whole lot. I'm looking forward to it. I can't believe it's already been a year. I'm looking forward to walking 50 miles in a 5-day period. I hope the plane is back up and running. I don't want to spoiler alert, I still haven't gotten to 1500, but I'm really close. And I was kind of hoping to cross 1500 on the way to Oshkosh. I also I think I'm going to do a FISC approach and do Oshkosh. It's tempting to do Appleton just because that's where the Airbnb is closer to Appleton, but I also like having a vehicle on the field where I can store cameras and stuff that I need access to without having to go drive somewhere. So most likely I'll be flying in Sunday. I'm flying in with Eric Johnston. So you know who he is. We'll be flying in together. So that'll be the 3rd year in a row he and I have flown in together. And then he's going to commercial back. Aaron's going to commercial in. And then Aaron's going to fly home with me in the Comanche. That's the tentative plan, but got to get the overheating thing fixed first. All right, nothing else I can really think of for this video, so I'm going to get back to it. And I hope to see you guys at Oshkosh. All right, I got to get back to work. Thank you guys for your support. You guys fly smart, and we'll catch you in the next one. Click this link to see the most recent video upload. Click this link to see a video that YouTube thinks you might like. Click this link to subscribe to my channel.